first baseman than our guy.
Yeah, yeah. And
I,
who's our number 2 and 3?
that's where Dan. We need Dan to look this stuff up. He likes to look this stuff up.
I know we were talking about Hoskins, but the way the Brewers are playing, I don't think they're going to give up Hoskins. It looks like he's
he's having a good bounce back year. He
He
really
is.
is.
Absolutely.
No, he is.
Same thing with Torkelson. I know a lot of people were talking about Torkelson in the beginning of the year, but there's no way Detroit's moving off of him now. I mean, Detroit's
Larry keeps talking about Vaughn from the White Sox.
Oh, Andrew Vaughn?
Yeah, the first baseman, Northern California, Santa Rosa kid, first round pick, maybe first pick. I don't know. He was a high pick in the draft for the Sox. Hasn't done much at all.
Right.
Larry keeps talking about him. That could be a Torkelson 2 years ago.
Right.
Right. He's got the power.
A lot of people, and I see Ryan, he's chiming in talking about Mike. Do you think that's a good marriage between the Giants and the Orioles, the orange and the black and the orange? I mean, you think maybe because we got a surplus of starting pitching, they got a surplus of hitters. You think something could happen there maybe in the near future?
They're so buried.
Right.
I don't think they're going to make any crazy moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think they're going to have to regroup. They're going to have to get a new manager. They're going to have to regroup. So even though that looks like a fit, I think the Colorado, that McMahon guy. That's a possibility. I think that's a real possibility for the Giants.
Nice. That wouldn't be so bad. And I think you should be able to get him fairly cheap, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And, and you've got people that could be moved for him. I would look at Colorado a little bit and see if there's anything there. Cole Dunston has got McMahon to play second base. Yeah.
Yes.
Look, as I said before, Angels have signed Chris Taylor. Okay.
How you doing, Cole?
He's in center field today.
Do you see any panic people, or I shouldn't say panic, but people panicking about wanting to call up Bryce Eldridge? Because that's another thing that I could see on the horizon. People are maybe clamoring for the emergence of Bryce. It's too early, I think.
Too early, but look, it's not crazy.
Okay.
If this was the middle of August and he had his whole minor league season in, and we really saw, he's not striking out at 30% or 35% or something like that. Look at James Wood. They gave him a shot, and 2 years later, the guy is a real force.
Right.
As this season plays out, they've got to do something at first base. They have to. But I don't think Eldridge gives them enough time yet to make that kind of move for him.
Not yet.
Not yet. And defensively, who's ever worked with him, whether it's Will Clark or any of the people, JT Snow, they'll tell you defensively he's got a ways to go. This Encarnacion thing is going to be interesting. Put him at first base. I mean, Wade is a good first baseman.
Yeah, his glove is decent.
First base is an important position. You got to dig the ball out. Adames, throws a lot in the dirt. Chapman will hit you in the chest, and Fitzgerald generally can throw it to you, but he's going to have to deal with shortstop.
Correct.
And he's going to have to make something happen. That's going to be an interesting transition. That's why Casey Schmidt should get playing time now. He's only got another week till Encarnacion gets here, but Schmidt, more than likely, I guess, he'll be the guy who goes down.
And he's been playing a pretty decent first base, right?
Look,
it's serviceable.
You got him here. Play him. The guy you have playing him is hitting 160 for 54 games.
Right.
So
correct. It's time. And what do you think?
I like the comments.
Yeah. Oh, Jay's asking, Sabian traded for JT Snow. What would Sabes do now?
Well, he would get in there. First, he'd get in there and tell them to move their ass. Look, unless you guys start playing, I'm not doing a damn thing.
Right. And you got to make the case for me to go make moves, right?
He would love the pitching. Dick Tidrow, they would love the pitching. But I'll guarantee you he would go out and get a couple of hitters.
Right. Oh, Giants got two 40-man spots open. One of them's probably going to be for Gerard Encarnacion. Who do you think they put into that 40th position on the 40-man?
We'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Just keeping it.
Yeah. George Corey says
Mayo has 2 less home runs than Luciano. Mayo's overrated. Can't hit at the MLB. Again, the kid in Baltimore.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Luciano, what's up with him? We haven't heard anything about him.
I think he was in the news a couple of days ago. Had a big game, 2 home runs, but his strikeout percentage is still up there.
So worse than
it's like 35% supposedly. And Sacramento is a strikeout, batting 228. Yeah. The guys in Sacramento, there's really nobody in Sacramento.
Yeah,
there's no cavalry coming right now. There's no cavalry.
A lot of pitching, no hitting.
Yeah, a lot of pitching.
All right. Giants lose 3-1 game 1. I wanted them 8-4, Eric, on this 12-game stretch here.
Right.
They got 1-2 and 1-2. What, the Kansas City?
Yeah.
1-2 to Kansas City, and then 2-1 in Washington. So it's at 3-3. So are they 3-4 now?
Yes.
Can they win the next 5?
It's going to be tough.
Hey, the Marlins, they're going to get Ryan Weathers' kid.
Mm-hmm.
He is the kid, David Weathers' son. He's pitching today. I don't know if people have I've lost track of the time, but he's pitching against. He's pitching for the Marlins today.
Let's see if I can get an update here.
Cabrera pitched yesterday.
Right.
And they're going to get him Friday, and he pitched a great game yesterday.
Right.
They're going to get some pitching this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to get some pitching this weekend, but they'll have Ray and Harrison this weekend too,
which is good, right?
Yeah.
And I hope the Giants. I was talking about this last night. It would be nice, maybe after the All-Star break, set up the rotation of Ray and Webb, or Webb and Ray as your 1 and 2, just so when you get into some of these series, you got 2 guys, that give you a good shot to win the series.
Yeah.
George. Yeah. Giants should trade Hicks.
Suzuki may be the best player in the league.
He's great. I don't see the Cubs. Why would they move off Suzuki? I don't see it.
No, the Cubs can win.
Cubs are yes. They're playing some really good baseball.
Offense. They need some pitching, but they're not going to give up anything like Suzuki for to get some pitching. But yeah, I like the comments.
Anthony's asking a question. Who is Joe? I don't know. I don't know if that's supposed to be Jose Perez.
Yeah, I don't know. One of the minor leaguers. I've heard the name.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got another couple of books to show you. One is really interesting. If you want.
The Ancient Wisdom of Baseball. Look at that.
This one is definitely different. I want to tell you. People send me.
Is it? All right.
Yeah. It's written by Christian Shepherd. It's put out by Greenleaf Press. But wait till I tell you about what this is about.
Wow, I'm gonna have to.
The ancient wisdom of baseball. So we're talking Babe Ruth being compared to Achilles or something like that. It's really, it's interesting.